Stealth boys better be there.
Alright. And so we got them to go. I'll go talk to Jason Bright about the Anakin. It sucks about Harlan, but you know what? He shouldn't have attacked me, gosh darn him. It also sucks we ran out of Stealth Boy. Alright. Yay, the Nightkin are gone. We're maybe halfway done with this quest now. It's a long quest. And after this quest, I have one more I want to do before I end this session. It's already been a long session, but there's reasons for that. Because I'm going to be AFK for a long time. Right? There you are.
Is the way clear?
The way is clear. The demons are gone.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
Yeah, because I'm completing this quest, because I gotta get you guys out of there. Sucks that... Why don't you guys just use Rataway? There's a large stockpile of it there. Why don't you guys just use Rataway? Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Alright, we are back. Just about to head on downstairs. They're all wearing spacesuits, which I believe they're actually called, I think they're actually called either spacesuits or, radiation suits. Something like that. Okay, not going through that way, because that will just confuse me. And I get lost way too easily anyway, so... Okay. Door to basement. Actually, we're just gonna let them go first. Repair our rebars real quick. Where art thou? Alright. Jason will deliver us from the pain of this world. I hope he does. Seriously can, man. Anyway. So we head on down here, and this is where the start of that shortcut that I told you really starts to come in handy. I'll show you in a minute when it becomes relevant. Alright. I think this is overall a pretty fun quest. It's just kind of long and a little bit monotonous at one point. But I think it's overall pretty fun, and I think it's unique, you know? Because there's so many different groups, and it still sucks about Harlan, but I'm just going to not think about that, because he's not going to end up in the end game, because the same outcome had occurred on my the file that I actually showed you guys, and he wasn't in the end game when I had beaten it. So, alright, talk to Jason Bright.
I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer.
Okay.
I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the great journey.
Oh, thanks.
Our preparations are nearly complete, but the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
Well, I appreciate that. Are you seriously going to make your great journey? You know what, that just sounds insulting. Let's talk about Chris.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, we tried to convince him that he was human. But this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own.
So you're using him.
It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity and his inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. You're redeemers both.
Well, I'm glad I could bridge the gap. So you're going to leave Chris behind? Really?
Such is the Creator's will.
Ugh.
Vision upon vision has shown me that were Chris to accompany us,
That's
He would
true.
die in minutes. The radiation around the launch pad alone would kill Chris in minutes. The radioactivity of the far beyond is much stronger.
Well, it's none of... I don't know. Wow, you really pulled the wool over his eyes, or you've been using Chris. It's despicable. Well, it's none of my business.
Chris shall be declared the saint of the great journey before we depart. I hope this will ease his sadness.
Well, goodbye, Jason.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer.
Aww.
Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
Oh, I appreciate that. Alright, Chris.
Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the Great Journey.
Yep. So, the Great Journey, we use these rockets? Or how can I help?
I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent, and a set of thrust control modules. The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them.
I'll track down the thrust control modules.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, I need to get going.
Bye.
Alright, now here's that shortcut comes in handy. This is that grate, which immediately takes you outside. Otherwise, you have to go all the way through the facility again. So, and then you can be here. You can immediately fast travel. Isn't it so nice? Oh gosh, I hate this one's irritating. Oops, didn't mean to go into console. Peril. Do that. That looked kind of silly, but it's fine. Okay. We're going to have to go to the Gibson scrapyard, Novak scrapyard, something like that. Look, I have all these forks on me and cups and all this. It's kind of funny. Thankfully, the scrapyard isn't too far down the road. So after this quest will be over, and then I have one more I want to do, and then I'll end the session. Overall, I think it's been fun. Plus, I don't think... it's been a long session, but I don't think it's been, like, ridiculous. Alright. Gibson Scrapyard. Alright, we gotta head on in here. And talk to Old Lady Gibson.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too.
Sounds good.
You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors.
Do you have any thrust control modules from Replicon in stock?
As it so happens, I do have some thrust modules, but they're expensive. 500 caps worth of expensive.
Brutal. Speech 50. Or, you should cut down the price, or I'll just use the speech. But I was using the barter just in case. That's why I put on the outfit, because it would give me +5 barter. But you're going to cut the price down to $250 because I'm just that charming, right?
Ha! Yes, you are quite the smooth talker. What the hell? $250 it is.
Speech, son. It's 50 caps. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
And there you go. We now have the thrust control modules. And we have to return back to the facility. Alright. Trying to remember where it was. It's over here? Oh yeah, because now our marker tells us the fastest way. Oh, such a lifesaver. Plus I don't have to cut and go back and talk to Chris and all that, so... I'm pretty glad we have this speech. Is our speech just at 50? Yeah, wow. Because that was the break point for her. We're pretty close. We're going to have to increase that soon after I increase the science.
Hey, have you found the components we discussed?
I found the thrust control modules.
Indeed you did. And they seem to be in excellent condition.
He sounds impressed.
All I need now is the igniting agent we discussed earlier.
Alright. I can do that. Alright, find the atomic fuel for the rockets. Can do. Alright, I'm gonna take off this ridiculous outfit. You have to admit, it is kind of silly. Okay. I believe this one's on a road outside Novak. Yeah. Picking someone's pocket. Oh. Placing a mine there? Oh, that's awesome. Alright. So I'm pretty satisfied with how this character's turning out so far. Very speechy, very smart, very good, very kind. I do like that. Finding diplomatic ways to help people, which is very good. Alright, it should be just up ahead on like the next piece of road. Very nice landscape. I mean, the sky looks really nice, despite the nuclear radiation that probably still pollutes Earth, or does pollute Earth, I should say. The crumbling buildings and all that, it's really nice. Ooh, a golden gecko. There you are, that should be 95. Or 86. Whatever. Start shot, there you are. And so here, it's on this person that the component's on. I'm a little disappointed that he died to geckos. Alright, I want to read that journal real quick. Day 1. Love the suit. Can scavenge anywhere now. Screw the rads. I hereby christen myself Mr. Radical. Get it? Haha. Day 4. Suit passed first test with flying yellow colors. Get it? Because the suit's yellow. Overnight visit to Yucca Mountain. Didn't go too deep because something big moving around further down the tunnel. Rad level high even where I was, and I didn't feel a tickle. Go rad suit, go. Day 5. Vomited all morning. Didn't splash on suit or I'd be pissed. Must be something I ate. Exciting. Ran across old woman's scrapyard. Bought glowing container for measly 50 caps. Heading for Clark Field to proof suit at higher rad levels. If it holds up, I'm going to pop this jar of good open and pour it all over me. I bet I could swim in this stuff if I had enough of it. Ah. So in case you didn't know, the reason why he was vomiting is because radiation poisoning. So what the suit actually does is it doesn't make it so you're completely rad immune. It just increases your rad resistance, which is very useful in itself, but it's not what he expected it to be. Alright, this will be the last component, and then we're basically done with this quest. There's like one small thing to do, but that's like the end part of it. Alright.
Have you found the components we discussed?
Yes! I found the entire container of the igniting agent.
Yes, that's the stuff. And the container's shielding must be intact, or you'd be dead by now.
Fair enough. And I'd like to note that all the stuff came from a Lady Gibson. The rockets are set to go, right?
Yes. I'll tell Jason that the great journey can...
Oops, sorry to cut it off. I was cleaning crud off my mouse and accidentally clicked it.
We need to launch the rockets, Jason. The great journey can begin.